Every Tuesday and every Thursday.
Hey.
Tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody
Anthony
out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Christina Carter. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Christina Carter. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's when we can kick. Every Tuesday, everything is going down. Every Thursday, they about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, the Roy Anthony Show. Every Tuesday, week, homie. The Roy Anthony Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a tap in before we gotta talk. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Every Tuesday. Come on and kick it with us.
What it do? Once again, this is comedian Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. We're coming live from the Bold Entertainment platform, which was created by our homeboy Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp. And then we got my co-stars, Big Hank. We got Christina Carter, the co-creator of Bold Entertainment, is my man Goose. We got our social producers, Blue Phoenix and Nathan, and I know there's some more hosts, man. They probably have to just give me a list. Tell me things to talk about, man. Say all the names. I want to thank everybody who's been coming in. If you're coming in through Facebook, YouTube, people has been jumping in all the way over in Germany, Australia. And, we pride ourselves that it's a conversation. It's not a confrontation. Sometimes it may seem like we're hitting up on subjects because sometimes we got to be able to discuss situations and don't be, you have to get out your comfort zone. A lot of us don't trust the media, but we sometimes lean to the media when it becomes about somebody that you right here in the same country with and ain't understanding each other's, feelings, qualms, and all it is a conversation. That's the only thing we're doing. I like to promote people around the U.S. I've been pushing a lot for William Rodriguez Morrison, who's running for mayor of Los Angeles. I've been pushing for Senator Connie Johnson, who's running for governor of Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, people don't understand this. When I consider cheating when you're trying to build the odds to be in favor of you to win. Like if it's an athlete and the athlete shoots up some type of steroids or some type of juice thing to make him have a better edge, like Big Hank said, an advantage over the other ones who's doing the nutrition and everything correctly. Here we are, this is 2022, and it seems like we're still getting caught up in advantages. So I was in Oklahoma. Senator Connie Johnson, who is running for the governor of Oklahoma, is now where the Republican parties are helping a Democratic person, that's with financing and campaign to get one of their own in. See, it seems like it don't make a difference if a Democrat or Republican. See, I'm a free American. I'm not pushed to a particular one. Matter of fact, I stand on the outside sometimes and look, and I pass the judgment because the Republicans is based upon that God should be involved in all, like the word God says, in all things you do in Christ that strengthens you. But the way a lot of them act, following a pagan, look like somebody trying to chase after the golden fleece, don't seem like they have that morals. And then they're yelling at the Democratic Party for being socialist. They don't involve God in it. It's about people getting involved. Well, I think it's all need to be put together. The United States is based upon freedom. We all tend to agree and on a compromise. To this day, Sundays is always the most segregated time in the U.S. It used to be until former President Trump's rallies. I might be biased because I can't tend to concentrate on his speeches and hear what he has to say when I'm seeing so many Confederate flags out in the public that he's not condemning that. So it makes it hard for me to pay attention to his views. Do I listen to some Republicans? Yeah, I do. I listen to Ted Cruz. I played one of his clips. He was drilling somebody. And so CEO, that's from our head producer. See, I'm not questioning. Some people they say that they're in a certain, they're Republicans. They talk about taxes and stuff like that. Well, some people ain't in that bracket. Some people are still trying to make it at for $30,000 a year, 2 kids. I want to promote another young lady who is running for city council there in Greensboro, North Carolina. Those in the North Carolina area, I need you to pay attention to. Her name is Franca Jallo. That's how it is. Franca Jallo. It's Franca, last name Jalloh. She is a candidate for Greensboro City Council at large. And they sent me her bio, and I thought this was cool. She's an immigrant from Sierra Leone, leads a company which serves low-income immigrants in need of immigration assistance, employment, and social services. She's talking about doing it the right way and stuff. She's moved by the need for safe housing, aiming to hold bad landlords accountable and incentivize good landlords. She advocated at City Council for 18 Latinx highest street families at risk of displacement, would ask police to reallocate their funds to work with the resources they have, and also support some more equitable pay plan for city employees. This is Franca Jallo. She's in the city of Greensboro, North Carolina. Those who's in that surrounding area, But back to what the main subject of our platform, the show today, is that here we have men and women of all color and races. I was really proud of Lindsey Graham endorsing the black lady who for the Supreme Court. I was like, man, he's not, because it kind of painted that I thought he was an ass. But I was listening to him because, see, my thing is that it should be fair. I cannot understand how, if I was to go out here and cheat and lie and steal from you, I am not to be trusted in no form or fashion. You don't want me at your family gatherings and everything. I see former President Donald Trump that if he wasn't part of the January 6th situation and caused that, now you're making a rallying cry. It makes me feel like if you get away with something, then it exploits it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like when O.J. Simpson got out of the case of killing the 2 people, You should be the last person trying to make the headlines for any other criminals activities. I said, he got to be the dumbest individual to go out there. You already being scrutinized by the whole world. Now all of a sudden you want to go out here and you want to do another crime. Um, they said, Mr. What's up with you, Miss Woodland? That's my fine queen out there in St. Louis, Missouri. She said, hello there, bro Anthony. What's up there, lady? She's doing a lot. I know she's getting prepared because she's over the Juneteenth festivities out there in St. Louis, Missouri. Anybody who wants to try to help or give a hand, reach out to Marshall Woodland. I'm gonna put her name back up here again. You can Google her, you can see her on all the LinkedIn, Facebooks, and you reach out to her. She won't she will reach out to you. Look, he said OJ wasn't so bright. No, he wasn't. But isn't it the same thing that we're saying? Look at Dean. He got caught up. Dean be caught up with our producer started that, you know. This Miss Franca came in. We're gonna have her on the show eventually one day. She said, good afternoon from Greensboro, North Carolina. Interesting topic. Thanks for shedding light on the issue. Thank you. We just was talking about Miss Franca and appreciate her. We're gonna have her coming in. They saying it's making it happen on June the 10th in the comedy festival. The team is growing fast. Our producers, man, I'm not even going to promote him and Dean. Our co-producers will be coming in, but I want to talk about, like I said, I'm a person who doesn't go with Democrats or Republicans. It was beat in my head since I was a kid about democracy. You know, I lived in a very low income neighborhood. I was telling somebody the other day, you know, they said, man, you live in a black neighborhood. I told them, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never, and nobody I know in the United States has never lived in a black neighborhood. You have lived in neighborhoods that's occupied by more blacks and other minorities. But when it came down to the police and the judicial system, it was all white people. You go to the medical field and doctors and stuff, it's more white people. The public educational that teaches our kids in the public school systems was all white people. Now, I'm not saying white people as, oh, I'm against it. That's not what I'm saying. It's not equalness. So we live in United States neighborhoods where you have predominantly of the same race, but the school curriculums, unless you taking your kids to a private school, and I ain't never seen nobody in the hoods able to get their kids in a private school. You're going to go to jail like that one lady, they sent her for 5 years for using just a different address. It amazes me, though, where I like to listen to people. Like I said, our show is based on it. It's not a confrontation, it's a conversation. How can we discuss the situations with each other? We're constantly going to the news outlets that paints a picture that amazes me, where blacks make up 13.5% of the US, but yet every day on MSN, I see a black guy have done a crime. We have our neighbors. I love my white neighbors. For real. I mean, not like brothers. I'm not one of them dudes like, yeah, I got white friends. No, I'm not. I mean, I got brothers. Our producer, I'm probably one of the people who's been in the house and I'm welcome. Love his whole family. Wife to his grandkids. Hey, to his dogs. They recognize me. They ain't gonna recognize y'all. His family. We bump heads on some of our subjects, but we've learned to compromise. I went home. He probably don't think I do. I went home, thought about some of the stuff he said, looked at myself. I said I probably could have said it a little bit better, but we had to have that conversation. We have to do it like the UN. Make an effort. Look, I was in, for the past 3 or 4 months, I was in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. I went in the areas. I was, because I'm a civil designer, so I'm working for one of the top companies in the US. I don't say their names because some of the stuff that I say, they don't. But I had to go to some restaurants and bars that I was the only black. I'm gonna give you this one instance. I was in Vidalia or whatever, Georgia, and I got my pridefulness up, right? Because I'm from LA, but I see on the TV and the news and all this stuff and good old boy situations. So I went into the spot and then seen all these guys with the baseball caps, where it looked like mesh, and the good old boy hats and all that. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I go in there like, yeah, I lie you not. I had one of the best times of my life. We struck up some conversations. We talked about some things. We had some things in common, like our sports, which is a great groundbreaker. I don't talk politics with people. This is my platform. This is the Roy Anthony Show. So I say things that, I say. Now, I'm not saying that I'm completely correct. Anybody can come on and tell me, and Roy, I don't agree. I felt so bad, y'all, that when I left the place, my mother's a witness. I had to ask God to forgive me because none of these motherfuckers came to me the way the news was showing. And I'm telling this to my white neighbors. Yes, I may dress different. I go out, the rednecks, he be wearing t-shirts a little bit too small for him, but he's a responsible man. Wife is happy, family's happy, got land and all types of stuff. Go hunting and all on his fields. I come in there and be like, yeah. And we accepts me. It makes me where I want to hear what former President Donald Trump has to say on some things, but I can't get past seeing Confederate flags out there. That's, to me, if you get to know me and I know my history like I know your history, we let some people come up with the way we start our educational department and stuff. That's but and Dean, that's a good point you said, because I want to bring what Dean said. He said, funny how that works, huh? The media wants people to think slavery is bad. Well, Dean, that's a good point. Because what do the people think was going to happen when you were coming to the Capitol? We fought too hard. Don't y'all know other countries is laughing? They ready to pounce on us as soon as all this division we got. Our educational departments teaches people that the United States starts at the American Revolution. A war just don't start off unless people just don't start fighting each other. It has to be some type of lead up. And what was the lead up was before that, because the Macon Revolution of 1661. Now this is basically 100 years before 1776. Because at this time we're all equal. We're all working. White ain't even established. It was British and them. It wasn't no whites, blacks. We came from different areas, but we was under their control. And the Macon Revolution is where we fought against them, the British. It went for a whole year. See, and it's not the people. White was established because the only way that you can hurt somebody, and this is the first time it's united, is to cause a division. You cause a division, unity. If you're not strong, that division occur. Titles come from governments, exactly. So in 1660 was the start of the Macon Revolution. 1661, the British said, hey, this is what we're going to do. We grab the ones that's like us, because everybody wasn't from Britain. You had some guys that was from Norway, some guys that was from Australia. And so they said, we'll bring them together, and we're going to back our military up with whatever ideas they got. And they didn't even grab the guys like Dean and Richie and stuff. They grabbed the little pantsy dudes who wasn't getting no sex. They wasn't. I'm gonna just keep it 100. They grabbed the guys that didn't have no mat to them. Little fat, no dick dudes. The ones who come up, they don't have. You can't wear pantyhose up to your knees and work out in the field and stuff. They sit up there and we have it just like that today. The Congress cats. And because the first law they said, now we going through this, we under perils with Britain, but the first law they want to put out is a black man shouldn't marry a white woman. Then the second part was it was developed within a year. They can't own no land. Let it just be for us. It'd be us and us, Britain. Crispus Attucks. Our family line runs through Crispus Attucks because he refused to pay more tax tariffs for the tea. He was delivering on his own. It's like you buying your own gas. You're a trucker. You buying your own gas and fuel, and you got your own trailer, and they still trying to make you pay taxes on something you own. You're like, man, I'm not doing that. And the fight's on. Now that same spirit, and it's not the people, it's a demonic spirit. We all fight it. How dare you talk to me like, how dare you look down at me? It would have been a hard struggle for me to be in the Jim Crow era. God knows exactly what he's doing. Because I wonder how many blacks was murdered for like, what? Tell me what I'm looking at, what? But we forgive because we're the United States. And just like some of the young people, some of the people that has been through mess. Let me bring up my co-star coming up in here. He always does work for the Lord, and then we bring him on in. And so,
Yes,
what's up, Big Hank?
what's up with you, Roy Anthony?
You got it, man. How you doing today, bro?
Doing good, loved one. Doing good, man. And yourself?
Oh man, I can't complain. I was talking to the world about how you know I was just leading into the spirit of demons that make us say, "You don't talk to me like that. Who are
Mm,
you to talk to me like that?"
mm,
Am looking down at me. I told him, I said, God knew what he was doing. He didn't put me in them Jim Crow eras.
yeah,
We don't know
yeah.
how. I was talking to 3030 this morning, man, because today is February the 1st.
Right, that's right. That's right.
And never in my
Black,
life have I been a person who waited for the first.
no, Black History Month all year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about I never looked at for the first of being a food help situation or a money situation.
Mm-hmm.
When we was younger, once in a while, I remember we used to get a box called commodities. And it'd be a big old block of cheese and some powder stuff to help you
Mm-hmm.
get something to eat. Made some of the best cheese sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We never even got to pay. And that was the other thing, Dean. You know how hard it is for minorities to buy a house? It's when people bring stuff to attention. Let me tell you something. Our subject today is like sometimes when like some of us as blacks and whites and Latinos and Asians that we're trying to work. And I sometimes have to hesitate sometimes on the Asians of trying to work with because a lot of people don't know is that they keep their stores in the neighborhoods, in the black neighborhoods. They have the liquor stores, the stuff you can get, not knocking them at all. But when it comes to situations that affects the neighborhoods, they're nowhere to be found.
Mhm.
Then we can't
No.
go down there to Chinatown or in the areas that they like.
No.
I hear all the riff from the president, from the governments in China and this, but I don't see that dismantling anything in our neighborhood. Sometimes I feel like if y'all looked at it, all my neighbors, Richie, Dean, everybody who's listening, when we went to do a protest about police brutality, they found that a lot of these protests was caused by people that came from other cities. It wasn't really for the cause, but they trying to steal stuff and blame it on the people who's saying, hey. So then it makes it seem like it's villainized.
Mhm.
People always say, white neighbors talk about gun control. And I find it really amazing. I believe in it too.
Mm.
But what they don't know is that if the shootings by the police on blacks is that they think we're reaching for a gun
Hmm.
or we might have a gun. They never want us with a gun.
Mhm.
I'm telling y'all, I've been going through this personally. My son, who's 17, he'll be 18 in March, their school, in their classes, they teach them to pay attention to social situations. So they got caught up into the Cal Rittenhouse situation. That he's 17, he got an AR-15, he goes into another city, and he kills somebody, and they say it's self-defense. Now, my son and them is going to a game. They all got them a little gat, just in case. Oh, that's a no-no. Because in California, it's considered if you are 17 and under, even around a gun, it is considered a juvenile felony.
Mhm. Yeah.
The first thing I had caught some little civil case thing, and the Inglewood police kept trying to bring offer to me, and everything they kept offering was 10 years without a gun. And I kept saying, what? No. I was found completely innocent and everything. And so I was like, well, do I have my gun rights? That makes isn't that division?
Yeah. At its high.
See,
You
that's
know.
what Dean said. Yep, it happened here. Our protesters grabbed the ones breaking shit and kicked them out of the city. That's what I'm saying. And I was saying what Dean just
Exactly.
said. I applaud that. We're protesting because of a cause, because of the United States Constitution. And I used to can't stand this. A lot of people don't understand is that me and some of my friends would be just talking and stuff grouped up, and all of a sudden the police is telling us to break it up. What you mean break it up? We ain't doing
Mhm. Yeah.
nothing. So then they put a title on it called gang intervention type stuff.
Yeah.
They paint us as a gang. See, this is what see, but then he said he got his first gun when he was 12. Then again, I was in the woods, not in the city. Let me tell you something. You probably could, but let you start hanging with some brothers wearing a do rag. They put a stigma on you.
Yeah.
Dean is cool. Man, I teach Dean, Rich King. He wanted to give you a better. I want to tell you that he wanted to give you a better opening than what he did on the football roundtable and stuff.
Who?
I didn't let him. Richie
Rich
King,
King?
yeah.
Redneck Pimp? Tell him, man, don't trip on that. We ain't tripping on
Bro, we
that,
got
man.
love, man. We got
I
love for him.
appreciate him having me on the show, man. I appreciate him having me on the show. That's what I love.
Yeah, man. He don't understand, man. We got love. Redneck, Blue Phoenix. Man, he
Yes,
got
sir.
love from us. This is from out there, from the West Coast throughout the Midwest.
Yes, sir.
They can come chill with us. They don't have no trip. I ride with you, take you through
Yeah.
Watts and Compton. I ain't ashamed. I'm like this dog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind going through that. I went to their backyard. They had me at a comic thing in the back of with some Rapidos.
Some rapper
But
dog.
for real, out in the field. Guess
Yeah.
what? I had the best time.
Yes, sir.
See, it's them demons that keep us to say, hey, who cares about who got power? As long as you ain't stopping me from feeding my family and doing the stuff you do, have all the power you want, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, why Superman always at your house? Because ain't nobody asked him to do nothing but heat up the popcorn bags where I have to put them in the microwave and say, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You should be use your X-ray eyes. I might have to ask him, hey man, what do lady over there got on? What's it? Boy, she's not wearing no underwear. But we don't need him to do his powerful stuff. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, black power, white power," nah, man, you better go with God's power because that's what
That,
pulls you through.
that's who got the power.
That's what God's power.
That's who
As
got the power.
even as I am and stuff. I was telling somebody yesterday, um, the Asian people makes us think that they invented kung fu, but I read deeper into it. It was African tribes that came up with the use of martial arts and stuff because the spirit of God they called it jihad that would teach them how to move to combat the demon spirits that would get up in the people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For real. And then it's just like anything else. They took that activity and made it a movie. See, the Asians made a lot of movies with them kung fu movies and those gorilla Godzilla movies. Because I sure was watching Godzilla when I was a kid, and Johnny Psycho Robot. Okay, Christina says she was chiming in. She's not feeling the best today. Y'all look wonderful. Thank you, Christine. You know you always look wonderful. I know you've seen the opening and stuff. And stuff. So Big
What's
Hank,
up, Miss? What's up, Miss Uniqueness?
she's not feeling good
I know it.
today. And I knew something was up when she wasn't even on the
Yeah.
but man, I was talking about our society going more um are we going more separation? Like I'm gonna be honest with you, Big Hank. I seen something. I was on the Woe Entertainment show with our producer um, with Redneck Pimp, right? Showed
Mm-hmm.
a video of this police officer shooting a dude in a wheelchair like 9 times, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, Pete, they had escorted him out already because he was trying to steal a tool case. But the tool case, now he's in a manual wheelchair, a
Mm-hmm.
manual wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
pulling a tool case twice his size. So
Mm-hmm.
he's like,
Right.
okay, so they done escorted him out. Well,
Mm-hmm.
he's going back in. The police say, don't you go back in there. And he shoots at him 9 times. Kicker. So he slumps out the wheelchair. The dude goes and put handcuffs on him.
You know what? Know what?
Yes, Ray.
Wow.
And this was on their show, and I seen it, and it was like, man,
That's inhumane.
no
That's in.
humanity. Now he
That's
has
inhumane. That's
his co-host,
inhumane.
who is Commander. Man, I have so much respect for him. He was in the military. He was a police officer for 6 years. He said he pulled out his weapon twice, which it was a situation where he had to bring it out. Somebody was brandishing a machete, and another person pulled out a gun. What he's seen is, and he also had a criminology associate's degree. This is what I've been saying. If a lawyer can go to school for 8 years and then study to cross the law bar, which is probably another 2 to 4, just taking you 10 to 12 years of knowing law. And you still have to research it. Just because you got your license, you still got to research it, because I work with lawyers. A police officer is given 4 months to 6 months of training, and you giving them a gun and a badge to uphold the law that some of them don't even understand. And then those who do understand, I have problems with, like this story right here. I have problems with this. Let me get this off. Let me get this off right quick here. It's this I have a problem with. This is the guy, I don't know why this keeps coming up, but this is the guy that the police said that they called his parents and said that he died in a car accident. Now, more than 2 years later, body camera video obtained by the Associated Press shows what happened to Green after the crash on a dark road outside the northern Louisiana city of Monroe on May the 10th, 2019. Green's car doors open. The taser goes off. Okay, Green is hurt. Say, I'm sorry, I'm scared. Officer, I'm scared. I'm your brother. I'm scared. Moments before, an officer approached Green's car with his weapon drawn. Let me see your fucking hands, you motherfucker. This is what they're saying to him.
Mm-hmm.
After being tased, Green could be heard moaning while still on the ground and being put in handcuffs by one officer while another officer kicks him several times. An officer can be heard saying, I got blood all over me. I hope this guy ain't got fucking AIDS, as Green continues to moan. Now, they found out, but they told the people, his family, they told his family that he was in a car accident.
So what? The police killed him that
You hear
night.
me? Killed him that night.
He was in a car accident by
And
himself.
what's happening? What's so
Police
trippy is
showed up.
this.
The police showed up. He was in a car accident. The police showed up and killed him for being in a car accident.
It was supposed to be where they're
They
chasing.
rescued him.
They were supposed to be
Oh.
chasing him.
Gotcha.
That's what they said.
Gotcha.
Okay, in the middle of the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you get a phone call. Sir, we hate to inform you that your loved one has been killed in a severe car accident.
Right.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah.
Well, the body cams and everything was hidden.
Yeah.
Some reported one of the persons got a hold of the video cam.
Yeah.
The sad part is when they post pictures with him, white
No, they didn't do all that.
man.
That's crazy. What year is
Now,
it? What year was that? 1800 and what?
no, bro, I would like to say that, man.
Shit. 17. What was that? 1763. What was that? Shit.
Happened in 2019.
Man, you got to be out my, you got to be joking. You got to be joking.
Oh.
That's unbelievable, homie.
Hey, now this is the one. I got another one though. This
That's
is
the
late. This
that's
one
kind
is
of
late. Now, if for one though, I want to say this about what happened to Mr. Green. He was 49 years old, well respected and everything. Why would you lie about it if you was under duty right?
right.
You went home and got some Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs cereal and sat there and watched All in the Family,
Mm-hmm.
walking around your neighborhood all bold and bad, knowing that, dude, you are not a policeman. That's not what I expect from the police. That's not what our tax dollars pay for.
No.
We're hoping you to de-escalate and solve this type of stuff that's happening in the street. You just as worse as these peoples out here that you supposed to be going after.
Yeah.
And I think that police time should be deeper.
Yeah.
They sign a they. This is what gets me about all of this politics. They take a oath on the Bible, put their hands on the Bible, and sit up here and do all this stuff that is shunned on by God in the Bible.
Yeah.
You got the police who signs a declaration, I will abide by the law and protect the law and all that. But you go out here and be just as worse as the people who didn't take no oath. So if I didn't take that oath, you didn't take that oath, and they would give an average person 10 years. Well, you took an oath, you should be able to get 30. You got a
Mm-hmm.
times three penalty because you took an
Yeah.
oath.
Yeah. I
You
agree
have to
with
think
that.
about when you take an oath, that means if you're a real loyal person, you take an oath.
I agree with that.
You should be held 30. Take
Yeah. I agree with that. They should be held more accountable than regular
yes.
uh civilians.
And we gotta have Dean. Dean, I gotta have Dean come up on the show one day because I like Dean's commentary too. And I want him to be himself. Uh, Dean, tell me also, what city are you in? He said, wait, this is what I hate about the media. They tell you the outcome before they tell you the why. Why were they chasing him? Why was he running? Not that it makes it right, but you have to know the whole story, no matter the person's skin color. I totally agree, Dean. No matter, but what gets me is there's no closure to the family. The humanity part is okay. They chased him. It was it was an honest kill. But when you're hiding it and make the family think that he was in an accident and somebody investigated you and found out that you lied,
Yeah.
it kind of dissolves the reason of why they chasing him to how you conducted yourself. You have whooped him up and he's handcuffed and he's up in the jail cell. Okay, honest bust. He's shooting back and all that. You shooting down, honest kill.
Right.
But when you're hiding it, like any other murderer would do.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like
Duh.
99.8% of murders are trying to keep hide. That boy, they gave that boy, them parents gave that boy a gun. He went there and shot at that school. They ran and hid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The parents hid. Everybody hid.
The dude was going by. They was ordering vodka and staying in someone's basement. But this one right here, I need to bring this one up. I got to share this one. This one is kind of so. I'm like, if you're gonna be policing, okay, if you're gonna police, okay, let's police. But when it's stuff like this, man, it makes me feel like here's a cover up again. I think this is it right here. I want to make sure. Okay, yes, this is the one. I want to show this to everyone. Um, look at this. Uh-oh, I messed up. Let me bring it back up. I'm sorry, man. You're gonna like this one. Um, this lady right here, man. That's she fine, ain't she?
Mm-hmm.
You know who this is, Big Hank?
No.
This is
No.
this lady's name, and her name is Lauren Smith Fields. She's
Okay.
20. She was 23.
Okay.
You know what's crazy about this one is
What's
that
that?
she went out on a date on the internet with a white guy who's 37. She ended up found murdered. The police never even told her family. They
Yeah.
found out from the landlord that she was dead.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. Um, um, the police hasn't even investigated the guy. Look what they said. Crossland said the family says they were not contacted by police for days and learned of Smithfield's death from her building's landlord who directed them to the police.
Mm-hmm.
Crossland also alleges that police did not initially conduct a thorough search of the apartment 2 weeks after her death. At the urging of her family, police visited the apartment and collected a condom with semen in it from the bathroom and a pill.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out something, man. Now, is you can read the report about her. I'm not going to go deeper into it than what I'm going to say this. What? Okay, I know the Bridgeport Police Department in Connecticut has not been defunded.
why why hadn't they sent nobody to the department yet, man? That's what I don't get, man.
2 weeks.
Come on, man. That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Man, they don't get listen to me, man. I'm gonna say this, man. They don't give a F about us, man. You hear me, man? They don't care about us, man. You
You
dig
t-
what I'm saying? There's no way. How
well, I
could you?
think it's a cover up. I think they're covering up somebody.
Oh yeah, dude probably a policeman or his people police or something like that. Yeah. All that. Yes, sir. Oh
You
yeah,
mean to
without a
tell
doubt.
me her apartment, this is a murder scene, but there's no investigation. You don't even call the family. What are we saying that racism is so bold, like
Yeah.
if that N word?
Yeah. They'll find out sometime. They'll find out in the news or something.
What they doing with the taxpayers' money? If you crying, I don't feel like you should be defunded lives, but what are you using the money for?
Mm.
The news people got the guy's name and they can't release it. Wait a minute, the media, you're supposed to be able to release anything. You should be able to get anything. All of a sudden, you can't release this guy's name because the police said they ain't filed a charge. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Nigga, they ain't even filed no charges on us, but we caught three black dudes, John Johnson, uh, Henry Arkeem, and Charles Manson. Shit, we caught all three of them niggas down to break in. We ain't charged them yet, but we know there was them three. Shit. I know
Yeah,
that.
Dean, he from out there in Ohio. He said between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. But yeah, man, look, what you say? He say all our names.
Yeah, get a nigga shit. Get a social security number and everything.
When
Shit.
did they not start sharing the name?
I didn't know that, man. Come on, man.
Okay, people
That's
think
the
I'm
whole part
lying.
of investigation. That's the whole point to the investigation is to
If
give
you
us the
think I'm
name.
lying, here's the media. Oh, they working with the police department so well. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
right.
think okay, look, I'm gonna bring it up here. Okay, let me bring it up. Okay, let me bring to where the media said that they can't use the name. Okay, I think I went down too far. Just go to the news and y'all will see where the news people can't release the person's name because they said that it's still under an investigation by the police.
Mm. And her giving the name out, that's gonna stop the They giving the name out, gonna stop the investigation.
I, look, the man is 37 and white, according to public records. NBC News is not naming him because he has not been charged. You seeing it, right? Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, wait a minute, I didn't even add it to the stream. I'm sorry. Let me add that so you can see it. Anybody can see it. Right here. The man is 37 and white. I got my cursor. According to public records, NBC News is not naming him because he has not been charged.
Mm-hmm.
A move where the family say is unacceptable.
They said the family has been told that the man is not a person of interest in the case. A move the family considers unacceptable. See, of course not. That's crazy.
Okay, let me ask this question then. Let me ask this question. Then what we're using this money, what's the police money been used for? Are we just eating donuts? Are we just going out there and catch innocent minority pedestrians? You got
Yeah.
semen, pills, stones.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
wait a minute. Dean said usually they don't release names if there's an active investigation. They haven't notified the next of kin. Man, look here.
He,
Dean,
he
that's what we
tripping.
saying. It may work in your neighborhood like that, but not where we're from. They giving you a name and everything.
Yes, sir.
We have been found guilty. Okay, that's like okay, Bill Cosby. You can say he's a celebrity, but his name was known for something he hadn't even went to case for yet. It's supposed to be stayed unknown until the case is given.
R. Kelly. They were talking about R. Kelly before he even. They were talking about we gonna get R. Kelly. We finna get him. They hadn't charged him with nothing. We finna get R. Kelly though. We finna get R. Kelly. That's who we finna get. R. Kelly.
One of the guys found the VHS tape. He said, I happened to be going through my tapes and said, hey, here's a VHS tape. It was black. Who goes through a VHS set in today's world of this?
Yeah.
Look at, like he said, Cal Rittenhouse. Cal Rittenhouse knew the whole world was up there. He did the best before that book.
That nigga was acting. That nigga was acting.
He came at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's smiling around the whole world.
Yes, sir. And right after you get, you want to take a picture, Judge? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, there we go. This motherfucker, man.
But we have to look at because I can't do nothing, but we have to laugh
Yeah.
because it is a racial divide.
Yes,
And if
sir.
you're on the negative part of receiving it, it's not. I'm not envious of my white neighbors at all. No, I'm like for real because if I was white, I'd be like stun on them.
I'll go 90 miles an hour down the street too. Shit.
Yeah.
When they pull
It
me
ain't,
over
it ain't
there.
it ain't nobody in our generation's fault for slavery. Only thing I blame about where and they don't own the cap, they trying to find jobs themselves, the ones we counter. They not Bill Gates and Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
They Rich King is right. They feel like they can do what is your tax when people start talking about defunding the police. No, yeah. So now we find out you using the money to go bust Jimmy Earl down there standing at the corner, walking, don't have a
Yeah.
driver's license. But you got a murder
Yeah.
where real investigation tools supposed to come in, but you knew that. We ain't stupid. I know if I have new new equipment, I'm ready to use that just as quick as anything else. I started leaning them, when people keep telling you something, I start leaning to what, some of the moderates I listen to. Sometimes to be able to, you don't know nobody personally. You talk to them. I checked out Tucker Carlson and stuff. He speaks from his mind. What I'm saying. He makes monies off of building up off the hate that other people sometimes think about. You feel me? It's nothing
Mm-hmm.
ever. And I want to hear stuff on how to make my little money grow.
Right.
Help me know something.
Yeah.
He said since he was 16 years old, he was beat up 5 times by the police because of his name and mixed race.
Yeah.
But see, and that's because of his mixed race. Richard King I always tell him he got that Jerry curl look with no activator. It looked like he needs some um shine green. He got the dry Jerry curls like Mahomes and stuff,
Yeah.
right? But why? Why would they stop you? See his last name? Oh yeah.
King.
You know, you don't know what a person's going through until you go through them. You get to know me and Big Hank personally. We cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We grew up in the neighborhoods. We got education, but we had to go back to the neighborhoods. When
Mm-hmm.
we didn't apply for different companies and jobs and stuff, they were like, "Oh no." In
Yeah.
modern day, my last name is Walters. I would go in company and they looking for Roy Walters, and I come in there and they like, "Who's you?" I'm Roy Walters. Roy Walters. Situation orange. That's why my shirt today I got black is the new black.
Yeah.
Real man. So we had to laugh at some of the stuff. It's a conversation. We've always said, me and Big Hank, this is no lie to everybody who's paying attention. We're building up a production studio, and we've always prided ourselves that we want to be able to have a conversation with anybody. I
Yeah.
don't want to have the media to tell me what the Proud Boys is about. Let me talk. I would like to conversate with them. I ain't gonna knock what they do. I'm not a friend of theirs like that. The third percenters. We got some of the people from the LBQ, that neighborhood. We don't measure them or judge them.
No.
I don't look down at you. Now, I'm not part of that neighborhood. After the interview goes over, they're going to go their way. I'm going to go my way.
Yeah.
I don't give no advice to God. And as heathen as I've been through my life, I'm the last person who's going to look at you. I'm no bigger than the grains of sand that I stand on. Do I cuss? Yeah. Do I drink? Yeah. Uh, you know, I'm working. That's the little things. You shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
glad that it took me away from the bigger things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for real, we ain't thinking about bombing something.
No.
We not into that. We don't even act up at the airport. I ain't never seen a black person say, "Yeah, I ain't wearing this mask." Oh yeah, you going to jail. Sometimes it's amazing to me where people didn't take responsibility and they dodging it, and now all of a sudden, are you telling me that January 6th didn't teach you a lesson, and you're gonna keep playing with fire because you feel so privileged that you think that you've been privileged that you want to take America back? 750 people thought that they was gonna take over 350 million people, and they lucky they're being measured by the federal court system. If they was to be measured by 5 delegates of every state, you, I feel like they should get. I was taught that when I was a kid, treason, you got shot. But I don't want them to get shot. But I think that this is a good time. You can bring that old British way they used to do, where the people's head got to be in that thing and their hands be sticking out there, and people can throw lettuce and cabbage at you every day for about a week. He just he's one of them insurrectionists. Hit him with a tomato in the face. Something that they said, Dean said, I didn't know what Antifa was. I
Or
seen man
what?
before and pro Antifa, the Antificious people. I seen something, and it was tripping me out because they was fighting a lot in Portland, and I kept trying to figure out how many blacks live in Portland because they was talking about Black Lives Matter, and it was whites versus whites. Dean Crazy said, Queefer. See, I don't have no dogs in the race.
No.
People like Dean talk. I tell anybody, if you want to come on our show, give a request. We'll send you a link. We don't have no problems to talking with you.
Nobody.
Comments don't affect.
Nobody.
We ain't never been scared of the comments. We want to just converse with you.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna look down at you. We ain't gonna say you wrong. I don't tell people wrong. I just say the way I look at things.
Mm-hmm.
Now I may be wrong or I may be right, but it works for me. What
Yeah.
works for you, right, Big A?
Heck yeah. I got my opinion. You got yours.
We've
Yeah.
always been like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Big Hank has had to correct me on words. Now I don't mind. I don't let pride say, "Oh man, Mr. Big Words." No. If I
No.
love myself, I want to better myself. I'm not saying the word correctly. I don't take it as assaulting my personality because he corrects me about some words.
And that's what I'm not doing. I'm just trying to help make sure that my partner's saying the right words at the right time and saying the right thing. That's all.
Yeah.
I ain't
Have
putting
I
you
ever
down at
got mad?
all.
I'm always so celebrated for that because he has more. He has more in him education where I'm quick on the feet. I'm taught.
Mm-hmm.
He dissects the words. And so when I know that I'm on the right path with him, he agreeing. But when I say something hey Roy, that's not,
Yeah.
it lets me
And
know he's not only paying attention to me, but he wants to see me be better.
yes, sir. And excuse me, Roy, that go for anybody. You just can't just tell me anything and I'm gonna accept it. If I see it's wrong, be like, hey, wait a minute, man. That don't go there. That's an oxymoron. Those two don't go together. I might hit you
Yeah.
with something like that. So that's all. That's all I do,
And
man. It
he's
just
like
can't.
that. He's very articulate, y'all. He
Yeah.
writes lyrics, writes poems. He knows what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
So, and if he didn't agree, this is what gives me confidence because sometimes I say a word. What was that time when the lady kept hitting us with the word?
But
Um,
what was that word?
over from Australia, Julie over in Australia,
Yeah, I forgot the word. Yeah.
she was saying that I forgot, but
Me
y'all, it was
too.
one of the words with 3 or 4 syllables that was crazy. I get a little tongue tied at the second syllable, and Z kicking in.
Yeah.
But this is all it is, y'all. Our show is a conversation.
Yes, sir.
We didn't want
Yes,
to be
sir.
where it's all about spoiling us. We was doing when we first started. We was showing a lot of our comedy and everything, and we'll still do that once in a while. But sometimes we need to sit back and talk, like the UN does, the other countries. We in America, it's hard for me. It's just like, okay, for my white neighbors, it'd be hard probably for y'all to come and you see the posters outside. It's black fish. And it's like, yeah, down with this and that. It would make it awkward. You can
Mhm.
watch all the Chevy Chase movies and all the movies like that, but yourself in real life, it'd make it awkward for you to go into that. But guess what? We ain't gonna put none of that because I know it would make it awkward for you. And I want to have this conversation with you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What makes we'll tell you what we feel, and you tell us how you feel, and we're gonna take it from there. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're gonna leave this earth butt naked. you you gonna be broke, whatever.
Just,
Be
Just
butt
like you
naked like
came, just
everybody
like
else.
you came into it,
You
just
came
like you
in there
came
butt
into it.
naked,
Yes,
you're
sir.
gonna leave out the same way.
Same exact way.
So if we don't try to get stuff in order with the basic instructions before leaving Earth, because it's getting when I say
Treacherous,
racism
treacherous.
is all hard, when you can disrupt and destroy people's lives and knowing you had the authority, 2 years telling people you done killed their child,
Yes,
two
sir.
weeks before they searched the apartment of this lady to find her still use a condom.
Mm,
What's
mm.
up, media? Y'all got everything to talk about, but you can't say this guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
They know who's on the Maxwell list with that lady Maxwell and all that. They know who's on that list.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. Everything
Mm.
has a reckoning, and what's done in the dark
Yeah.
will come to light.
It's gonna be a great reckoning one day.
It's a great reckoning.
It's gonna be a
And
great
all my
reckoning one
brothers and
day.
sisters of all races and stuff, they know their heart because God
Yes,
said He
sir.
don't look at no skin. That's a lie. If you think that God looks at us by his skin color, He doesn't. He looks at what's in your heart. If your
That's
heart
when
tells you that you need to be in a group that control other groups,
and
then you're gonna probably go to the group that He has for that.
that's when God gonna tell you know the first gonna be last. He gonna switch it around. The first go, y'all think y'all first, that's why y'all gonna be last. And I'm gonna put the last, I'm gonna move them up to first.
Yeah, because can't
Yeah.
nobody tell us what we're talking about is affecting, offending. It's a conversation.
Yes,
If
sir.
you are against it, say what you've got to say. But guess what? I'm never going to point my finger at you saying you got it wrong because I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. It's
Yeah.
like Tupac said, only God can judge me.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish you're safe, and I hope that you're a great example for your children, and your children are safe and grow to be aspiring adults.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these kids turned their family members in that ran to the Capitol. They didn't agree with that.
Yep. Sure did.
And I don't, and I applaud them and stuff because I ain't gonna let my son. You think I'm gonna let him rob a bank? I'm gonna help him get away with it. I'm telling him, like, you ain't get. Oh, no, take that out of here.
Yes, sir.
Please come by. He said, you see him? Seen him, and he left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna apprehend my own child. I'm gonna tell him what route you should go down this way and stuff. But no, I ain't involved. They catch you, you catch you. They don't. You in another island. I know you'll send me a letter and foreign name and all that. I got you.
Yeah.
But I ain't. My race is over. That is over. Our ministry is and stuff is to teach the whole world. Do I listen to a pastor? Yes, when I'm there. He don't have to beat me with the words of God in me. We just different type of Christians. We ain't the ones playing tambourines and stuff. You believe that?
Mm-hmm.
I tell them, try Jesus, don't try me. I'm gonna
Yes,
throw
sir. Yes,
it
sir.
for real. So you have to look at ourselves once again. Steve said, if my kids did something and I found out about it, I called the cops and had them arrested. I did too much to lose for something like that. That's what I'm saying. You work too hard. I was telling before we get off, I was telling those of our generations who comes up growing up in the 70s to the 80s. We came up with all the inventions, hip hop and the cell phones and the laptops and stuff. That was our era. And a lot of these kids and younger people have food resources, they have employment resources, they have housing resources. If you don't take the advantage to get to it, it amazes me that illiteracy rate is at a sky high with all the texting. But that's what it is. They shorten it up in 60 characters so they don't know how to spell words completely out. Ain't that something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I want to tell you, God bless you. See you Thursday, bro.
God bless you too, Roy.
Man, we everybody who's watching the show, understand that you're welcome to come in. We're not about black power, white power, Latino power. We're about
No.
God power, working,
God power. God power. Yes, sir.
you know,
God power.
working through humanity. I
Yes,
want
sir.
to once give a shout out to all of Woe Entertainment.
Yes,
They
sir.
be thinking that we out there in Cali that we'll forget about them or something. They don't understand. We with them. We loyal people.
Yes, sir. And shout out to the co-host, man. My other co-host. Shout out to Christina Carter, man. We love you, sis. Miss Uniqueness.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling good. Y'all pray for her and stuff.
Yeah.
Keep her in prayers. Keep me and Big Hank in your prayers. And like I
Please
said, you're
do.
welcome to come in. Also want to give a shout out again. We're gonna have her on our show. She came on our show, Miss Franca Jala. She's running. You wasn't on Big Hank, but she's running for a candidate for Greensboro City Council down there in Greensboro, North Carolina. And
Okay, that's what's up.
talk to her. We're gonna have her on the show to interview her. Just like I'm asking everybody to pay attention to William Morrison, who's running for mayor of Los Angeles, and for Miss Senator Connie Johnson, who's running for governor in Oklahoma.
That's what's
So,
up.
hey man, we out of here. God bless everybody. God bless you, Big Hank.
Peace. Love you, Roy. Gone.
Good, bro. For sure.
Yep.
Hey, is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody
Anthony
out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show.